Hey everybody, we're going to modify this amp so that I could use it as the amp that it is, which I like, but also so that I could plug in this Milkman tube amp and use this as just a speaker cabinet. And the way I can have both is with this little gadget. I bought a switched jack. Is it a jack or a plug? It's a jack. It's a switched jack receptacle. So when something's plugged into it, it has a double pole, double throw switch, and it'll disable this onboard amp and allow this tube amp to go directly to the speaker. All right, the backstory is when I play my electric guitar, I use my Champ-40, and I like this amp a lot. I like a tube amp better. I've been trying out a couple of tube amps. Most of them are really heavy. And that's a problem for me because I play most of my local gigs and I travel by bicycle with a trailer. This weighs 15 pounds. The Vox AC15 I had weighed 50 pounds. 50 versus 15. On a trailer with a bicycle, that's significant. I want a tube amp. I don't want to haul around 50 pounds. I tried a Blues Junior. It was good. It's not quite the tone I wanted. But a friend recommended this Milkman. And so yeah, I decided to go for it. But it's a separate amp. It's a tube amp. Need a speaker cabinet. I don't want to buy an additional speaker cabinet. But I have this. And I can wire it so that I could use this as both. So that's what we're going to do. All right, let's first go over the wiring diagram. So this thing has 2 independent switches in it. It's one unit. And these are the switch poles where the switch is in one direction naturally. And when something's plugged into it, these switches get thrown to the other side. So these will get connected to the plus and minus of the speaker. And then on one side will be the Fender amp. And on the other side will be the Milkman. Plus minus. So with nothing plugged in this natural state, it should be the Fender. Boom, plus to plus, minus to minus. So like this, without the Milkman plugged in, nothing plugged into here, the Fender is connected straight to the speaker. But when the switch gets thrown to the other side, we'll have this. So the Milkman will get connected to these terminals. So when the switches get thrown to the other side, it'll connect the Milkman and bypass the Fender amp. I'm going to use this old post mount for the bracket for this thing. I had forgotten to mention that when I first bought this Fender amp, I upgraded the speaker. I put in this Jensen ceramic speaker, and that was a big upgrade. And that's part of what makes this such a favorable cabinet instead of buying something new. I have a really great speaker in here. Okay, we got the jack installed, all wired up, so that when an external amp is plugged into here, it'll disconnect this amp and use this just as a speaker cabinet. All right, so let's demonstrate. Right now I'm plugged into the Champion amp. The Milkman is not connected. And let's do a little sound comparison too. This says amp modeling, so right now it's on blackface. And maybe we'll compare it to a real tube amp. All right, bridge pickup. Middle selection. Neck pickup. Not bad. Okay, now let's plug in the Milkman into the back, see what happens. Now, as it is, I'm connected to this amp. When I plug in to here, the switch should activate. The switch should disconnect that amp. So there it is. That part works. So now let's go into the Milkman and use the tube amp. Okay, so now this internal amp is disconnected. We're going straight from the Milkman to the speaker. Let's get some volume. There we go. Okay, start with bridge pickup. Nice. Middle selection. Nice. This sounds really good. I can hear it already. Man, this sounds good. Man. Okay. Everything works and it sounds really good. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. I'm going to spend some time messing around with my new amp now because I like it. All right. See you soon.